Before I go to other things, I like to actually collaborate what you just said. Service is everything. The only thing we sell is service. A smile, the welcome, the warmth feeling, the comfort, that's actually the only thing that we sell. Every other thing is supportive of those core products. In banking, for instance, which is also a service industry, they have money. We have service. So if you don't understand the importance of this, and the reason I say this is a lot of our people, when they go into hotel business, they focus on the infrastructure. They spend money designing, getting the product, and they hire people on the day they want to open. They don't understand that you need to train your people over time. You have to spend money. The same way you spend it for 2 years constructing, you hire people 6 months before you open. You train them. Yes, they're going to cost you money, but you need to do that because the moment you open doors, you have to get your services right. So it's extremely important. Now, let's go back to other factors. Location is the most important factor when it comes to the development of a hotel. And I like to emphasize this the more because a lot of times if you see people who want to do hotel, they would rather check where they have their own land rather than where they should be. You have to be strategically located to get it right. If you listen to the words of our founding fathers, Conrad Hilton, he will tell you that 3 important things in hotel business. First is location, second is location, third is location. If you don't get location right, you're wasting your time. And then of course you get into the product itself, and with that comes the visioning. What vision do you have for the hotel and for the location? Because your vision must match the hotel. You don't put a 5-star hotel where a 3-star would be, or a 3-star where a 5-star would be, or put a gigantic hotel where a 100-room hotel is enough. So you have to have the right vision and align that with exactly what product you're coming up with. And then the quality of the infrastructure is also very important. So attention to details. People think that because you're an architect, you can design a hotel. It's actually hotels and hospitals are the 2 most advanced in terms of in the real estate industry. So you have to have the right definition, attention to details. If you have your back office, your kitchen, far away from the restaurant, is a problem. If you have storage not sufficient for the needs, is a problem. If you have meeting facilities without requisite infrastructure, is a problem. So you have to look at people with the right temperament, people who are trainable, who understand the needs to satisfy and exceed customers' needs. If you get these few right, you're on the right track.
Another defining aspect of this industry is its reliance on disposable incomes.
Yes.
When there's a recession, such as we are in, these are often the first businesses to suffer because customers won't have enough extra money or even enough to enjoy your service. How can hospitality services companies weather the storm?
Incidentally, you're right. The real estate industry as a whole suffer when you have a recessive environment. But you also need to understand that hotels is actually, a business is actually very resilient. It's a long-term game. So you weather through those storms, understanding, anticipating those problems, and applying the right strategy. I want to give you a scenario. Last year was actually a very difficult year for hotel business. If you read one of the headline news of this day, you would hear industry average occupancy at 35%. That's what they reported. But we went into last year, 2016, knowing what we were going to.
That's Transcorp Hotels PLC
Transcorp Hotels PLC. And so we had to change our strategy. We had to get more bullish in our business in terms of, making sure we attract people. If we meant, in some cases, lowering our rates, we did that. We had to become more cost conscious. Things we probably used to import, we started looking at how can we domesticate. There are a lot of things we did, and we came out last year actually better than the year before. So what it means is when you find yourself in such recessive environment, apply the right strategy, because it doesn't last forever. Obviously, over time, recession goes away. You can go back to your normalcy and begin to enjoy the level of occupancy, or what we usually call the RevPAR, because that's the most important indicator in the hotel business. So it is a very good business when you get the location right, and you have established the right brand, and people trust your quality. And as long as people continue to visit that location, you have to be the number one in their mind. If you're able to focus on achieving that, then you're not going to worry so much about recession.
You know, a high level of rivalry within an industry such as you have tends to lead to price war. You talked about dropping rates if need be. Do these issues decrease the attractiveness of the industry for investors? And how can rivalry be effectively managed?
Dynamic pricing strategy has been there all over and across the world. If you go to Mecca right now, the price you find of a hotel is not the same when it's not Ramadan. So prices are driven by demand. So when you have low demand, apply the right price. So you're doing so because it's the right thing to do. Now, obviously, when you're also looking at your rate, you're looking at the rate of your competitors, and every company is unique in itself. So we look at the quality of service we provide, and we know there are people who they're so conscious of rate that they are not able to, come to terms with their pricing. So it becomes clear to us that the only reason they may not want to come to us is because they can't afford us, and then that's fine. We define, okay, this is our benchmark, because if you lower your rate beneath what is economically viable, you suffer and you cheapen yourself. So the quality of service must be paid for, and we find the right balance between what is it our customer need are comfortable with and the value they get for the money they pay.